In this step, we're going to connect to another accounting system, another general ledger. So if we go to the Apps tab next to All Accounts in your Accounts page, this is where you can see the list of all the different general ledger softwares you can connect to through Cryptoworth. So if you're doing this process, it's because you're treating Cryptoworth as your subledger for your crypto side of the accounting and reporting, and you have an existing fiat ledger for the general reporting accounting. So essentially the purpose of this is to sync your journal entries or bank payments into your main ledger from your crypto activity. I have QuickBooks, so I'm going to connect QuickBooks in this test environment. So I'm going to click connect to QuickBooks. And now I'm going to log in with my username and email. Whether you're setting up Xero or QuickBooks or NetSuite, it's going to ask you for the same login credentials. So I'm going ahead and choosing my credentials. All right, so now I'm logging into QuickBooks through Cryptoworth, and that's going to establish the API connection on my account. This should take only a short moment. And voila, I have QuickBooks connected on Cryptoworth. There is a one-time account mapping that needs to be done. So you will notice there's a blue View button on the right. Let's go ahead and click it. There's a one-time setup to map your accounts from Cryptoworth to QuickBooks in order to have that proper connectivity. So you will notice that there's different levels of mapping, each one being more granular than the next. So we have classification level mapping, asset level mapping, and connection level mapping. Classification level mapping is more of the basic setup. If you're a very small business, you just need to get something running. This is probably the one that you will start with. Connection level mapping is if you're treating each wallet or exchange account as its own general ledger account in your main accounting software. Asset level mapping is if you're treating your assets as individual accounts within your main accounting software. So it goes a step more granular depending on how granular you want your journals to be mapped in the main ledger software. Of course, you always have Cryptoworth for the maximum amount of granularity in your reporting if you want to in the crypto side of things. So let's start off with classification level mapping. This is the simplest level of mapping. We need to map a default gain loss account for your crypto transactions. We need to map your crypto fee account, a default fee account for your crypto activity. The entity account is optional. It's the only one optional here. If you want to sync your entity individual assets into the main ledger, it's here as an option if you're an entity focused company. And then of course we have the default asset account. So the default asset account is essentially your catch-all account. So what we'll need to do is map on Cryptoworth what is the crypto gain loss account, fee account, and default asset account in QuickBooks. You have to make sure that you have these GL accounts already created in QuickBooks before you start the mapping on Cryptoworth. If you don't have them created, go ahead and create these accounts in your main ledger software. So let's go ahead and start the mapping. We're going to click on the drop down, edit, and select unmap. We'll see all the different types of accounts. I'm going to search for crypto gain loss account. There it is. And same thing for the default capital loss account. I'm going to map it to the same crypto gain loss account. Here we are. And then my default fee account, I have a GL account called crypto fees. And then for the default asset account, you notice if you click on edit and try to search for it, it won't appear. This is because you'll need to import this particular account within your chart of accounts, import into Cryptoworth. So we're going to hold off on this one for now, and we're going to map the chart of accounts and return to this.